Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 7 and we are presenting Chapter 5, which is Mathematics of Finance. This is our group members, Nurul Hamizah, Nurul Hana, Fatim Fazrin, Putri Mahanum and Siti Maisara. The content of this presentation consists of compound interest, present value, future value, annuities and amortization of loans. Hi, my name is Siti Maisara binti Muhammad Zamani and my matric number is 1212744. Now, I will explain about compound interest. So, what is compound interest? Compound interest is for an original principle of P, give the compound amount S at the end of an interest period at a periodic rate of R. So, the formula for compound amount is S equals to P in bracket 1 plus R to the power of N. So, the question here states that Khairul has RM5,000 in his saving account. The interest is compounded quarterly at a rate of 6% and find the total amount of his saving after 4 years. So the question here asks us to find S. So based on the question above, we can get the information which is P equals to RM5,000, R 0.015, which we can get by divide the interest rate per year, which is 6%, and number of compound per year, which is 4. And the last one is N, which is equals to 16, which get by number of compound per year, 4 times number of years, which is 4 years. And then replace the information in the formula and we get the compound amount or S equals to RM 6344.93.
My name is Putri Mahanum binti Mahmud. My matric number is 1212715. So the next subject for Mathematics of Finance is present value. What is the definition of present value? Its definition is the principal P that must be invested at the periodic rate of R for n interest periods to earn the compound amount S. So the formula is P equal to S times 1 plus R to the power of negative n. P is principal, S is compound amount, R is the interest rate per year divided by number of compound per year, meanwhile n is the number of compound per year times number of year. So the question is, a trust fund for a child's education is being set up by a single payment, so that at the end of 20 years, there will be 80,000 ringgit. If the fund earns interest at the rate of 5% compounded semi-annually, how much money should be paid into the fund? Next, the solution. S equal to 80,000. We can get R by divided 0.05 with 2 is 0.025. Last one, we can get N by multiplication of 2 and 20 equal to 40. So we can substitute the amounts we have into the formula. P equal to 80,000 times 1 plus 0.025 to the power of negative 40. The final answer is 29,794 ringgit 45 cents.
My name is Nurul Hana binti Ismail. My matric number 1212693. Now, I will continue with the topic annuity, which is all about any finite sequence of payments made at fixed periods of time of equal length over a given interval. The payment period of annuity was the fixed periods of time. So, the annuity divided by two types, which was ordinary annuity and annuity due. First, I will explain about the future value of ordinary annuity, which includes definition, formula, question, and solutions. The definition of future value of ordinary annuity was payments made at the end of each period in a series of payments. The formula S equals R times 1 plus R to the power of n minus 1 divided by R. So R stands for payment at the end of each period, while to the power of n stands for the number of period, and small r for interest rate per period. Now let's see the question to gain more idea. A rookie football player in the NFL just signed his first 7-year contract. To prepare for his future, he deposits $150,000 at the end of each year for 7 years in an account paying 4.1% compounded annually. How much will he have in the account after 7 years? So the solutions for these questions with using the formula S equals R times 1 plus R to the power of n minus 1 divided by R. S were the amount that we want to find. R equals to 150,000, power of n was 7 and the small r was 0.041. So S equals 150,000 times 1 plus 0.041 to the power of 7 minus 1 divided by 0.041 will get the answer 11,88346.11 dollar. So that was the final answer. Now let's move on to the present value of ordinary share, which the definition was payments made at the end of each period in a series of payments. The formula A equals R times 1 minus 1 plus R to the power of negative n multiplied by R. R stands for payment at the end of each period, while to the power of negative n stands for number of period and small r for annual interest rate. So for the questions for this present value of ordinary share was, find the present value of an ordinary annuity which has deposits of 10,279 semi-annually for 5 years at 7.6% compounded semi-annually. So what is the solution for this question? So the solution for this question is by using the formula A equals R times 1 minus 1 plus R to the power of negative n multiplied by R. So the amount of R was 10,279, small r was 0.076 divided by 2 equals to 0.038 because it's semi-annually, and to the power of negative n was 5 times 2 equals 10. Now, A equals to 10,279 times 1 minus 1 plus 0.038 to the power of negative 10 multiplied by 0.038. So, we'll get A equals to $84,208 for the final answer.
My name is Nur Hamiza Farah Elisha binti Faros and my metric number is 1212734. Now I will continue to the annuity due. The definition of annuity due is the payment that made at the beginning of each period, such as rent payment. The formula for present value of annuity due is present value equal to payment period plus the payment period that times to 1 minus 1 plus r the power of negative n minus 1. The question is, find the present value of annuity due for $900 paid at the beginning of each 6-month period for 7 years at rate 8% compound semi-annually. Based on this equation, we can know that the payment period R is 900, interest rate per year I is 0.08, the number of compound per year small I is 2, and the number of year of T is 7. To fulfill the formula, we must find the amount of small r and n. To find small r, the interest rate per year I divide to the number of compound per year small I. To find n, the number of compound per year small I times to the number of year t. From that, we can get that the amount of small r is 0.04 and the amount of n is 14. After that, fill the amount based on the formula given, that is 900 plus 900 times to 1 minus 1 plus 0.04 the power of negative 14 minus 1 divided to 0.04. The answer of this question is $17,974.17. For the future value of annuity due, the formula is payment period R times to 1 plus R, the power of n plus 1 minus 1 divided to R minus payment period R. The question is, find the future value of annuity due for $1,200 each year for 12 years at rate 8% compound annually. Based on the question given, we can know that the payment period of R is 1,200, the interest rate per year I is 0.08, the number of compound per year small I is 1, and the number of year T is 12. To fulfill the formula, we must find the amount of R and N. To find the small r, the interest rate per year I divided to the number of compound per year small I. To find n, the number of compound per year small I times the number of year t. From that, we can get the amount of small r is 0.08 and the amount of n is 12. After that, fill the amount based on the formula given, that is 1200 times to 1 plus 0.08 the power of 12 plus 1 minus 1 divided to 0.08 minus 1200. The answer of this question is $24,554.36.
My name is Fatin Fazrin Betul Zulkifli and my metric number is 1212710. So the next topic for chapter 5 in Mathematics of Finance is amortization. So what is the amortization? Amortization is the present value of an annuity. So the question, Abu amortized a loan of RM 17,000 by obtaining a 7-year mortgage at 8.5% compounded monthly. Find the monthly payment, the total interest charge and the principal remaining after 5 years. So there's 3 methods to do the question in amortization, which is periodic payment, interest charge, principal remaining after 5 years. So that 3 methods that I tell before have a different formula of each. So the first method that must do for the amortization is periodic payment. The formula is A times with R over 1 minus 1 plus R to the power of negative n. Big R refer to the monthly payment. A refer to initial principal, which is loan amount, and refer to total number of payment or period. Small r refer to interest rate, which is interest charge divide compound interest, and we can get the interest rate. And small I refer to the compound interest, and big I refer to the interest charge, and T refer to the year. So the solution is A, total number of payment is referred to RM 17,000, I interest charge referred to 8.5% and became 0.085. Compound interest is referred to 12 and T referred to 7 year. R monthly payment is interest charge divide compound interest, which is 0.085 divide 12, and the total is 17 per 2,400, and total number of payment is 12 times 7 and the total is 84. So A, 17,000 times with R 17 per 2,400 over 1 minus 1 plus R 17 per 2,400 to the power of negative n, which is 84, and the answer is RM 269.22C. The second formula that must do for amortization is total interest charge. The formula is N times with R minus with A. R is monthly payment, A is initial principal, which is loan amount, and is total number of payment or period. So the solution is A, loan amount is RM 17,000, R monthly payment is referred to 169.22 cents, and total number of payments or period is referred to 84. So N 84 times with R 269.22 cents minus with A 17,000, and the answer is RM 5,614.48 cents. The third formula that must do for amortization is principal remaining after 5 years. The formula is big R, which is monthly payment, times 1 minus 1 plus small r, which is interest rate, to the power of negative n plus k plus 1 over small r, which is interest rate. So the solution is big R, which is monthly payment, is RM 17,000. Small r, which is monthly payment, is interest charge divided compound interest, which is 0.085 divided 12 is 17 per 2,400, and total number of payment or period is 84. K is 61. So R monthly payment is 269.22 cents times 1 minus 1 plus R interest rate, which is 17 per 2,400 to the power of negative n 84 plus K, which is 61 plus 1 over R, which is 17 per 2,400, and the answer is RM 5,922.69 cents. So that's all from us. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.